What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 12th Round Podcast. As you saw by the title of this video, we're talking about, will the heavyweight division ever get another undisputed champion? We're going to talk about a couple of fighters I think can get on their way to potentially making that happen. And with that being said, let's get right into it. To start with the undisputed, who is going to potentially get that, we have to start at the very beginning and see where the very last heavyweight champion was, and it was Lennox Lewis. This man right here, a beast of a fighter. And if you guys have ever seen any highlights or actually got to see his fights in person, if you're old enough to, incredible, truly incredible fighter, and one of the biggest names of the 90s. And then the man he defeated become undisputed heavyweight champion, a guy probably more infamous for what happened to him than, and infamous and known for what he was doing in the ring too, but Evander Holyfield, the man who got his ear chomped by Mike Tyson. This man, a beast, as so many of these guys were beasts, not even gonna lie, but this guy was truly one of a kind as well, and this fight was amazing fight to see. And it was in 1999, November of 1999, Lennox Lewis defeated Evander Holyfield. He won the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF titles. He was undisputed champion for about about 6 months, because it was November 1999, and he got stripped in April 2000, and I don't know if he should have got stripped for this. Let me know what you guys think of the reason he got stripped in the comments below. So you're stripped of the WBA title for agreeing to fight the WBC number one contender instead of fighting the WBA number one contender. In my opinion, he should have been allowed, since he is the champion, to fight either number one contender without either the titles getting stripped. And then if he won or lost, either if he loses, just rematch with the other guy or fight the other guy, or if he wins, just fight the other guy after. I think it was kind of an unfair situation that happened to Lennox Lewis in that situation. But with that being said, pretty much after that, the belts after that never got unified ever again. There was never an undisputed champion from after the year 2000. And we are in 2022 right now, almost going on to 2023. It has been 23 goddamn years since there's been an undisputed champion of the world. And that is just incredible to me. The fact that people have not, the fact that there hasn't been people that have fought each other for the undisputed titles is just crazy to me. It's just incredible. How can in box, it's the problem with boxing, and the reason people don't like boxing is because there's just too many fights that don't get made, or they get made too late. And it just ruins the sport, because for 23 years there hasn't been a champion. Come on, why can that be? Why is that a thing? That there shouldn't be allowed. If they avoid the fights, regardless if it's injury or anything like that, I believe there should be more ways to strip the champion in that regard. If you can clearly see they're trying to avoid fights, then I don't know how, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua had their titles for so long, and they should have unified so long ago. Then Klitschko should have unified as well, and no one just ever did. And it's what made boxing go through such a downhill spiral, is that there was it was pretty much everyone called the boring era. Now we're finally back into the golden era of boxing with heavyweights and everything, but the fact that it's able to go this long, 23 years, it's the same thing. It's every division pretty much. Other than what? Usyk, he unified at least at cruiserweight. Canelo unified at super middleweight. There still hasn't, at 135, which is one of my favorite divisions of boxing, there still hasn't been unification. It looks like we're getting closer to that, though, but that will be for another video. It looks like we're getting closer to an undisputed champion in that one. Actually, wait. He is undisputed champ. It's not. Okay. Let me touch on that real quick. I can't even. This is the problem with boxing. Devin Haney is an undisputed champion in his own division. I don't even think of him as undisputed champion because there's so many motherfuckers in that division that don't have undefeated records. And that's the problem with boxing too, is the undefeated record dilemma as well. But with all that being said, this is a little bit of a rant. I'm trying not to make this a rant. It's gonna be a podcast. I'm gonna go with my first guy that he's my long shot hope at who I think could compete for undisputed, but he is one of the guys on the list pretty much, and then there'll be two guys that I think could actually genuinely get the undisputed title, and we'll get into those right now. Starting off with Andy Ruiz. Obviously, he had a good fight against Luis Ortiz. Everyone can say what they want, like, oh, he's old, he's worse than the one that fought Wilder and everything like that. And yeah, that may be true, but you still can't knock a man. I mean, if you look at the guy on the left compared to the guy on the right, yeah, that there's such a huge difference that he's made in his body transformation to go from what essentially is fat to fit. I mean, yeah, he's still going to be heavy. It's heavyweight, but he's much more in shape than he was before. And no one can dispute that at all. Now, the question is, can he hang with the top dogs? I mean, obviously saw that he fought Joshua. He beat Joshua in that one fight. He was able to rock him and everything. And he was able to take the belts. And now people will try to discredit Joshua with the win, but I mean, it's more so that Andy Ruiz is less proven because he hasn't fought those top guys, and Joshua kind of has, depending upon if you view Ruiz as a top guy. If you don't view Ruiz as a top guy, then it's kind of like, it's harder to tell then, but it's the weird thing about the heavyweight division. It's like, who has really fought who? I mean, because Anthony Joshua's fought debatably two of the top fives. I mean, he's fought Usyk, and he's also fought Ruiz. Ruiz has fought Joshua. Deontay Wilder has only fought Fury. And it's like, no one's really fought anyone like else other than a few of them. Joshua's the only one that's fought other people, and he's lost because of that. There's a reason that some of these guys are undefeated or had been undefeated before they fought other guys. So for our first person on this list is Andy Ruiz. His path to potentially going for a chance at unified, it would have to be through Deontay Wilder has to win his next fight. And then Deontay Wilder and Ruiz, since they'll both be coming off wins, then they should be for next in line for a matchup. And if whoever wins out of that one, if it's Ruiz or Wilder, I think it would be Wilder. But you never know. Ruiz could just be a little too shifty for him. The thing is, I think Ruiz gets hit too often. I think he would get knocked out by Wilder. You'll see a similar thing to when Wilder fought Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was up on was up rounds and everything, but Wilder just came with a knockout punch and knocked him out. So yeah, I think Ruiz would lose, but say if he did win somehow, in the universe that he did win, it would be the path through him, and then either he's going to get the shot at, he's either getting a shot of straight at Usyk for the titles if that fight with Joshua, or if the fight with Fury hasn't been made, or he's going to fight with Joshua, or he's going to fight with Fury. He's going to fight with one of the top heavyweights. If he went from Wilder and then fought Joshua or Fury, that's just such a step up from back-to-back fights in competition, and it's so much harder than anyone else he's fought in this. I mean, obviously he's fought Joshua, but like, if you fought Joshua for a trilogy now, because it's obviously going to have to be a contender series of type things, but it'd be interesting to see what happens. In total rankings, I have Ruiz as my bottom dog to potentially get the heavyweight undisputed title. There is a little bit of a path to it. I think he would have to fight through Deontay Wilder, which I don't think he win. I think he would have to probably fight through Tyson Fury, and if he can't be Wilder, he can't be Tyson Fury. And then it's whether or not he could beat Usyk, and I think Usyk's just too good of a boxer, and Andy Ruiz, I mean, maybe Andy Ruiz has the power. I think he has more power than Joshua, obviously, so you never know. I think that's going to be Usyk's problem, is when he deals with the guys that aren't Joshua, is they all hit harder than Joshua, and that's going to be someone that hits harder than Joshua is, even no matter how good of a boxer Usyk is, he's never been hit with one of those shots, and I just don't think Usyk is going to be able to retain the title against one of these top dogs. The next guy I have on this list is none other than the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder. Everyone should know why I have this guy on my list. He obviously, the expression is a puncher's chance, and Deontay Wilder has a nuclear bomb of a puncher's chance in his, his left or right hand, which he has a puncher's chance, and he is the definite embodiment of that. Because if Usyk is being able to get rocked by a clean shot by Joshua, because everyone at least lands clean probably once in a fight. If Deontay Wilder, I will say this now, people can hate it or whatever. If Deontay Wilder lands that one clean shot on Usyk, Usyk is done. It is lights out. I don't care about heart. I don't care about skill. If he gets hit by that shot, he is going down. He is not Tyson Fury. Do you understand? Usyk, what, he weighs 220, Tyson Fury weighs about 260, 270, something like that. He weighs 40 to 50 pounds heavier. Usyk cannot, if he gets hit, I say this is if. I'm not saying Deontay Wilder is more skilled or anything. I'm saying he has damn well more power than Usyk has. And if that shot lands, anyone can hate Deontay Wilder for anything he said or anything he's done or what type of champion they think he is. But the thing is if he hits Usyk clean with that shot, I don't care who he is, what he's done in his past, what he's been through. I stand with Ukraine and all that, but he is getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder clean as day. There's no question about it. Anyone who tries to debate that does not know boxing and does not know there's weight classes for a difference. And obviously he's fought a cruiserweight, which is only a little bit lower, but no one's been. The problem is when these guys move up is they're not used to getting hit by a shot. And I don't care who the most powerful cruiserweight that's ever hit, or even Joshua. I don't care who the most powerful cruiserweight or Joshua, how hard they hit Usyk. It is nothing like whatever you want to call it, whatever weapon analogy you want. That is Deontay Wilder's punch. You may say he lost a step after he fought Fury. No, Fury is just that good that you don't realize it. Now, is there the chance that Usyk just can box a masterclass 12 rounds and just completely just not get hit by that shot once? Yeah, there's obviously that chance. People can outbox people all the time. But if that shot lands, it could be in the 12th round. If that shot lands, clean, 100% shot, Usyk is going lights out. I don't think Usyk has the power also to make Deontay Wilder back up off of him, and that is the biggest problem. Obviously, Usyk has some sort of power, but Deontay Wilder has debatedly been hit by the hardest puncher in the division that is not himself, and Tyson Fury. And he was able to get knocked down multiple times, still come back dead tired and knock Tyson Fury down. A man that is still 30 or at least 40 pounds heavier than him. And you're going to say a guy that's about, I don't know, Deontay Wilder probably will go back to 220. You're going to say he's not going to be able to knock down a guy or knock out a guy that's his exact same weight? I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a scientist, but that don't make sense to me. So I have if it's any sort of stoppage or knockout, it's a Deontay Wilder win. If it's decision, goes to the judge, it's 100% a Usyk win no matter what. But I think people are sleeping on if Deontay Wilder can get that matchup. If Usyk can either get the belt from Fury or if the Fury actually does retire and stops just talking about it, Deontay Wilder, if he can get his promoter, if he can get someone to get him to get that fight, he could become the undisputed champion. And everyone could give him shit for just not taking all these fights, not taking the Joshua fight and unifying a long time ago. But at the end of the day, he will still be the undisputed champion at some point. So I think that's the biggest thing. If he can get a fight with Ruiz, if Tyson Fury does truly retire, which I have no clue what's going to happen at this point, but if he does, and the WC belt is back up for grabs, it's a coin flip. The coin flip match should be Ruiz and Wilder. I think Wilder beats Ruiz, and I think for the next fight after that, it should be Wilder and Usyk. And if that's the fight, I don't know how much of an underdog that Deontay Wilder will be. I will bet a certain amount of money on Deontay Wilder for a win by knockout in that fight, because I think it will happen. I think Usyk showed just getting a hit a little too much by Joshua, and it's not just going to be he's going to get rocked. He will get knocked out if he gets hit clean with that. So I would have Deontay Wilder is one of two of the best chances to get the heavyweight undisputed title, and everyone can hate me for saying it, but he is the only guy that with a puncher's chance that could do it. Other than Fury. Fury, guess, has the puncher's chance too because he has really good power as well. But if Fury's just bad against small fighters, and I think Deontay Wilder will just use that to his advantage. But just let me know what y'all think of that one of the comments below, because I know that one's going to be a hot topic right there. And the final guy other than Usyk that I think, well, I really don't. I just don't see a world where Usyk can become undisputed champion if Tyson, because if the belt goes to Wilder or the belt goes to Fury or the belt stays with Fury, I don't see Usyk beating either of them. So that's why there's only gonna be 3 guys on this list that can go to undisputed, and it's really only 2, because that's only if Ruiz can get past Wilder or Fury, which I don't think he could. But if he could, maybe he has enough power to deal with Usyk, and that's really a big question mark. He was kind of just that thrown in there one where I had to just throw in a wild card one. But these are my 2, like, for sure's almost that, like, I would have beating Usyk. And Fury, I have an even better chance than Wilder, because I know everyone wants to say Usyk is just going to dance circles around Fury. And I know Fury struggles with the small fighters, but do you really think a guy that is, 50, 60 pounds heavier than him is going to, I mean, Usyk's like 220 and Tyson Fury comes in at like usually 260, 270, 280, something like that. You really think Tyson Fury is going to lose to that guy when he's shown he can take the hardest punch in the division? Tyson Fury's not going to back up from any punch that Usyk throws. He can throw his hardest punch. I don't think it's going to really affect Tyson Fury that much. That's the problem. Usyk would have to just keep boxing him, and because I don't think he'll be able to land a knockdown. I don't think he'll be able to knock him down. He couldn't knock down Joshua, really. I mean, and even if he did like affect Joshua, it's not going to affect Fury or Wilder in the same type of way. And let me clarify. This isn't a video just me trying to like bash on Usyk. I respect Usyk. I actually like him. It's just the story of like how he went to Ukraine, fought in the war, came back, defended his title, and the whole thing of he came up in weight, came to fight in heavyweight. Already was a cruiserweight champion. He came to fight a guy that was only loss was to Ruiz, and then he schooled him right after. He took a hard fight, and then he won all the belts, and it shocked the world pretty much. I don't hate him. I'm not even choosing, like, it's not even like I chose Deontay Wilder because I'm American. I'm saying Tyson Fury would be pretty much every single one of them in the division. Like, not even pretty much. I genuinely, I think he would be everyone in the division. He's British. He's not even American. It's just me taking the side of the people who I think are the better fighters. So don't try to come at me in the comments for that. I know people will, but it's what it is. Tyson Fury, though, he's just different. I'm not saying I know a lot of people try to do the fantasy matchups of who would win in like a fight of all time. Tyson Fury quite literally is built different than any fighter you have ever seen in the heavyweight division across all time. What is his height? His height is like something insane. Like Tyson Fury's height. I'm just looking at this up real quick. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is 6'9". 6'9". That 6'9" is just, if you go back to the 90s and 80s and all of that, or like whenever you think the peak of heavyweight boxing was, Tyson Fury just is so much taller than every single one of these guys. He's bigger, he's like heavier than every single one of these guys. He has amazing skills and amazing movement and amazing cardio for anyone of that sheer size. He has great power. He literally it's incredible. No one has ever been built like him. Usually someone has speed, or someone has power, or someone has boxing ability, or someone has movement. They have something. He has everything though. I mean, Usyk, speed, movement, boxing ability. But he doesn't have the height. He doesn't have the reach. He doesn't have the power, in my opinion, for heavyweight. Tyson Fury has all of those. And everyone that's thinking that Usyk is going to be able to just completely come to the inside and keep getting in range and just land on Fury and outboxing for 12 rounds, you really think that the guy that is 6'3", 6 inches shorter than him, with let me see reach. Let me just see Tyson Fury reach. Tyson Fury has an 85-inch reach. Usyk reach. Usyk has a 78-inch reach. You guys are saying that. Let me check weight too. Just Fury weight. He's 265. Usyk weight. Usyk is 220. So you're saying everyone that's saying Usyk is going to school Fury, destroy Fury, because I've seen that all over Twitter, and I think it's stupid. I think it's the most stupid thing in the world. You're saying that a guy who is 65 pounds heavier has amazing cardio that we never see gets tired, that leans on his opponents that are about 20 pounds heavier than Usyk, and tires them out with that. That has a 7-inch reach advantage and a 6-inch height advantage, has shown great boxing ability and has shown great power, and has shown to be able to take every single hard punch or clever punch ever thrown by him, and is undefeated to this day, is going to lose to a guy that has no physical advantage over him and only has a very, very, everyone thinks it's a huge disparity of technical advantage. I think it's a very slight technical advantage on him. You were saying the guy that has no physical advantage on his opponent is going to win? And I know physical attributes aren't everything, but when you're talking about one of the best fighters in the heavyweight division, the physical attributes are very, very important in that. Maybe in the amateurs or maybe in low-ranked pros, it is not that important. But in this situation, for undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, it is one of the most important things for it. It amazes me. No one, I know people, you're not supposed to look at statistics, you're supposed to look at just fighting styles make fights. I don't think anyone at the moment, at his current age and his current ability, can beat Tyson Fury in the division. That's not saying if he kept doing it for a couple of years that he could not lose. I'm saying at his current age, 33 years old, Tyson Fury loses to not a single soul in the heavyweight division. He can punch and knock out anyone you put in the ring with him. He can box anyone you put in the ring with him. He is going to get up from every single punch you throw on him. And to say he's going to lose to a guy that cannot knock him out, if you're saying Usyk is going to outbox him 12 rounds, I am sorry, you are wrong, though. You just are. I can't say anything else than that, but you are wrong if you think that. I know it's an opinion, but you are wrong. 100% wrong. Well, with all of that being said, I think I'm about to wrap it up. This might be a controversial one. I know people are going to have a lot of opinions. Heavyweight boxing is a very, very big one, and I know people will be saying I'm hating on people, or I'm just dumb and I don't know what I'm talking about. You have all the right to think that opinion, just like I have the right to think you guys have a wrong opinion about other things as well. If you guys do have an opinion, you think I'm wrong, leave it in the comments below. I'll talk it out with you guys. Maybe I'll have someone on the podcast to debate me on something. I'd love to have guests on at any time, haters, fans, whatever you want. With that being said, remember, if you guys like this podcast, remember to like, comment, subscribe. We have weekly episodes of this podcast. And until next time, guys, peace out.